Hello and welcome to episode 3 of... That's the top of my head. Hello and welcome to episode 3 of surviving 100 days in Minecraft Bedrock Hardcore. Currently, we are just flying back through the nether. I have one more rocket and I really hope that we make it there. Does not seem like we will be able to though. Oh my god, I really don't have anything. So I just need to make it over to that side without getting shot, killed, or anything along those lines. I can't catch on fire either because I don't have any fire resistant potions on me. This is not how I wanted to start this episode at all. I knew I kind of left myself in a predicament at the end of last episode, just without the fireworks or rockets to get back. Yeah, okay, there we go. There's our staircase. Perfect. You gotta watch out. The floor just drops out to nothing, I'm pretty sure, at some of these spots. But yeah, welcome to episode 3 of surviving 100 days in Minecraft Bedrock Hardcore. Last episode, we built ourselves a wither farm. First time ever doing that in Minecraft. And then we had started to transform our ocean monument into our house. And then after that, we're trying to put some wool down under our skybase island. But currently, I think the first thing on our list of things to do would probably be getting food. Today, in this episode, I decided to change the texture pack around and use this shader texture pack that they have on Bedrock, and I think it looks pretty good. Looking at the brick right now though, the brick looks very dull, and this build doesn't look half as good as it did in the last episode or the one previous. I do like this texture pack. I really like the short swords. It's just classic. Short swords are just probably some of the best swords in Minecraft in my opinion. But this is also a shader pack, so it has very cool lighting throughout. So I hope you guys will enjoy it. This is really different. Like, what? Yeah, I don't like this at all. I really like the old photo that we had up last time. I mean, that is completely different. So at the end of last episode, I decided that mining for a day might not be the worst idea. I noticed that we don't have that much material just in general. If I could be able to get more cobble deep slate, that'd be great. Even just some cobblestone. I might need to start mining on different layers because this is all of our cobblestone currently. So, as we do in every episode, it's time to open up our book of goals and review what we've done in the past and look forward. During our first episode, we were able to complete all 5 of our goals, consisting of beating the game, beating a wither, completing a raid, exploring the trial chambers, and then making our starter base that we are currently standing on. In episode 2, we were only able to complete 3 out of the 5 goals that we set forth for ourselves. The reason being is this wither farm right here took up a lot of our time. I've never made a wither farm before, and I didn't really know what I was doing until I was doing it. And then I had to, learn with my mistakes and move forward, but it kind of took 30 to 40 days. And when you're only doing 100-day episodes. However, the 2 other ideas that we had in that episode were a lot larger than I thought that they were going to be. Completing the shepherd's mill. When I had said this, the idea that I had in mind was to just throw clouds under our island. And I really don't think this idea will take that long. I do think that I need a sheep farm if I want to execute this though. So I didn't have a sheep farm. We need to make a sheep farm. That's something that we'll do in this episode. Something that's not on our list is the creeper farm that we were able to complete. If I were to just switch those out and make the complete shepherd's mill into the 3rd episode, I think we would be able to say, hey, we got 4 out of the 5 things done in our 2nd episode. So I'm going to do that now. That just looks a little bit better in our book, eh? So now we need to think about different things that we'll need to do in this episode to complete this. So I really don't want to set forth too many goals for our episode, considering that we weren't able to complete all the ones in our second. Another idea that I have is to explore 10,000 blocks each direction, going north, south, east, and west, really just trying to find out what's out there. I mentioned in our last episode that I've never found a woodland mansion, and I think that would be amazing to find. So who knows what we'll be able to find. I think we're just going to start on our shepherd's mill right now. It is day 202. And yeah, I'll see you guys over at our sheep farm that blew up in the last episode. Oh, that's just kind of cruel, man. It's kind of giving me a couple ideas, I'm not gonna lie. I might start throwing some sheep up on that island. Who knows? Sheep farm's coming along. We've got 24 wool so far. I'm thinking I'll keep breeding them and shearing. And hopefully we can get our first cloud down within the next 4 days on that island. So on day 209, we're going to try to find where this treasure map leads us. I'll put a timer up on the screen right now, and we'll see how long it takes us to find this treasure map. So I can just line myself up with that and then head back, I guess. Really wouldn't make sense in my mind that a chest would break stone at the bottom of the ocean, but I guess it did. Wow, okay, there it is. What do we get? Heart of the Sea. Okay. Chainmail, I'll take that. A name tag, boom. Not too bad. I wonder what the time is. I didn't set a timer at all, so I guess we'll see. I think it was definitely above 10 minutes, but maybe not.
Tomorrow.
Alright, it is day 216. I wanted to give you guys a little update on all the farms and the progress that we have made. I haven't really filmed for like the last 4 days, so I've been doing a lot in our world. Over here I made a sign with the things that we need to get done. We need to bring villagers over here. Haven't done that yet. We need to get rails and the collection system kind of running. Those kind of go hand in hand, and I've been doing a lot of rails, so that's what I'll show you. And down here we have carrots and I want to say watermelon. And then up here we have potatoes and then pumpkins. To put it all together, basically I wanted them to stack. And if you guys can look right there, we have rails with a minecart going around. And basically that minecart feeds into, there's some hoppers that feed into a dropper. This is where all the items go to. So obviously right here we got our first pumpkin, but right here we put a detector rail, and this detector rail actually helps us move the items while using something that we are already using. This is my first time using a detector rail, so if you guys can't tell, I'm really happy about this. But I was able to make it work. I have this on this layer and then the same on the next, and basically up there it's going to drop down right here, and then this will be the block in which we'll start moving all of our items all the way around the temple back here. So I was thinking I need to somehow get the items from watermelon and pumpkin farms, since it's a inside and not an outside farm. Like, what I mean by that is right here, the villager's going to stand right here, and then it's literally, the item's going to go 4 blocks. But these items are all the way kind of more towards the center of the temple when we want our streams on the outside. So it's a little bit more difficult to move the items, but I'm pretty sure I've made a solid way to move the items. So basically what I'm thinking is just having a water stream flowing all the way right here, and then somewhere right here we'll just dig down, and there's going to be our pumpkins, watermelon popping up. Then what I'll want them to do is just kind of pop up onto the stream, and then they'll pop up, go on the stream, and then just keep flowing all the way around to our storage area back here. So basically the idea is I will have to do nothing, and all the items will end up in our storage units. That's basically where we're at right now. Day 216, I think the next goal of ours will be to get the villagers in here and then set up these 2 farms, so that then we can finally look at the collection system and try to link everything together. But currently I'm very happy that I was able to get collection system ready for these 2 farms right here in the center. We're making progress. Day 216. Oops. That's brutal. Okay, so the thought just occurred to me. Since it's kind of difficult to get 2 in here, I'm thinking we might as well make a villager breeder in this room and then kind of funnel them down over here when we need to have them in their specific spots. Because I don't really feel like going back and getting a bunch more villagers to fill up each spot every time. That's what we're going to do. We'll use up one of these rooms. I really had no clue what I would do with one of these rooms, so now we're using it. Okay, so I've been running around trying to figure out ways to make our farm a little bit better than the way that we had left it. Basically what I had noticed was that we didn't have pistons over some of the spots where watermelon and pumpkin would spawn, making it just sit there forever and not getting collected, and very inefficient. Either way, I would like to make this just larger. No, 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 no. Oh my god. That's brutal. Well, I guess it's working. That's a good sign. Alright, so while I'm trying to think about ways to make our collection system a little bit better, I think one of our goals on our book was to travel 10,000 blocks in either direction all around the world. So I'm going to pick the positive direction and go to 10,000, 10,000 on both positive coordinates. So our goal with this is definitely to find just new structures, new areas, cool looking generation in our world. I'm hoping to maybe be able to find maybe a woodland mansion, or another thing that I was hoping to find would be a mushroom island. Either of those would be great to see. This would have been a mushroom island. Oh no. Okay, we might be getting close to one then. But yeah, we're basically coming towards the end of the 10,000 blocks in the pos direction, and then 10,000 on the X. Alright, where is this block exactly? Right here. Okay, then we need to go over here, and this is the block. Cool. 10,000 blocks in the pos direction. You know, part of me is thinking I might go to neg pos and see what that is looking like. I think since we're already like 10,000 blocks in one direction, we might as well go the other direction and just continue doing this. And then I think stop after that one and then maybe do this another time. Yeah, not too bad. 10,000 by 10,000. Day 226. Perfect. Right over here in the distance, we have our first mushroom island. Happy that we found this. This is another thing that I love about these islands. Look at this grass. You see how green this grass is? All you need to do is just bring the grass onto this mycelium, I think is what it's called. And then you can make it just look great. But hey, here we go. Wow. Here's our first mushroom cow. Things are so cool. Oh, I think there's like 3 of them or 2 of them just stuck together. Yeah, there we go. I haven't ever seen one of these two with this texture pack that I'm using. I think it looks even better, I've got to say. And this is what I mean by wild generation. I think this is an Extreme Hills Desert, I want to say. Wow. Oh, it's like a mesa. Yeah, this is really weird. Never seen this. Huh. Oh my god, I can't even get this off right. Just like that. So easy, so easy. Okay, we have finally made it to 10,000, 10,000 positive negative. I think we're going to build this one out of ice, and the block is right here. We're on top of this mountain too, so we'll be able to see this every time we fly past it or come over this way, but I can't imagine we'll pull up this way too often. So now I'm going to fly back home. Basically, I have another 20,000 blocks altogether. At the end of this little journey, we would have traveled 60,000 blocks. Now this is some seriously cool generation. Wow. And just like that, 60,000 blocks has been traveled, and we've gone to 2 out of the 4 corners that we were hoping to get to in this episode. So that means that we are halfway done with one of our goals. Let's go. Okay, we figured it out. I was putting redstone blocks under the redstone rails, and I guess this overcharges them or something along those lines, where it doesn't have enough energy to pop back, or too much energy to pop back. Either way, we were able to fix this, and now our system's working completely. So this is fantastic. This means our farm is working and is automatic. It's a little janky, but I made it work at the end of the day, so I'm happy. So I hope our little guy is alive and well when we get around this corner and staying in his area. He is not. Oh my god. I think I need to put him in a minecart. Ooh, don't need to punch him. I think I need to put like something right here so that this guy can't think he can walk in. But nonetheless, we just need to go over this.
Huh?
Really? That's where he goes to? This is the moment of truth to see if he starts farming, but we have a cat in our watermelon farm. He probably won't start throwing this guy anything too, since he's still just a baby. Bro, where are you going? This guy ran a marathon as soon as he was born. Please hop in, please hop in. Oh my god. No, 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 where are you going? Where are you going? Why are you running?
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Alright, so I wanted to hop on over to one of my Java worlds that I did during COVID. I wanted to see what I did for our automatic food farm over here. We did the same thing that I'm trying to do in our temple right now. Funny enough, I built a pyramid in this world, and yeah, this is a pretty cool world that I've called the final world for myself for Java. But if you guys want to see a tour of this, let me know. Okay, so this is what I came here to look at. I wanted to see what it would look like. It doesn't look like I put a minecart hopper in front of them, which allows for the villager to see the other villager a little bit better, and it looks like I just threw them on a hopper. But I mean, obviously it's working. We have another one down here doing the same exact thing. So we're gonna go back over to our other world and see if that works on Bedrock. I'm assuming that it will. I decided to put down a bunch of beds in this room, and now we have 3 baby villagers that we need to transport. A goal of mine that I thought might be interesting to do is to put these new villagers on the opposite side of the temple and kind of make a little villager trading hall. I know it's not one of our goals, but transforming this, you know, monument is, so I think that will be a pretty cool thing to do. All I can do is go this far. It seems like they're moving. Oh no, they're moving too much. Oh no. Oh, this is brutal. Perfect. Okay, now we just need to go around this corner and drop down, and then hopefully they will take whatever job we give them. And there's really nothing else to do with this area besides that idea. So this is kind of what I'm thinking. It utilizes this room. It utilizes these two little hallways that we have, and right over there is our storage unit. We'll definitely have a lot of work on our plate, and I hope that I didn't put too much on our plate this time around, because last episode I definitely did. So I decided I might as well go check and see if the collection system got some, and we finally have some carrots in our dropper. This is fantastic. I'm very happy that we have that there. Now I need to go see if we have it in this one, and I would be surprised if we do, but yeah, we don't. Okay, so it looks like I'll need to change the level in which they're standing. I think the level that they're standing kind of helps this guy see them and understand, like, oh, I have a solid throw. I think over here they're still looking at this trap door and they're like, I don't know if I can get it over, you know. Hey, I just realized I put these guys down, and they trade for the rotten flesh, and our gold farm produces as much rotten flesh, if not more rotten flesh, than gold. After this, we need to figure out a way to power these. Yeah, okay, that's why this farm isn't working. I should probably take them out of the boat. Alright. This is redstone at its peak in Bedrock, right here. Automatic, not too fast, not too slow. This is perfect. And with a little bit of water and ice, we are able to put the items on the level that we want them. We put the soul sand at the bottom, put source blocks throughout, and now we are here with the watermelon and pumpkin on this level. Alright, so the collection system is all set up now. Now all that we're waiting on is the potatoes to get thrown into this other villager. Nonetheless, got the collection system all done. If we come over here, I was able to utilize our little clock that we were able to make with just a minecart going around in a circle, constantly hitting this detector rail and sending out an input, which then sends out an input to both the droppers, throwing the items down into this little water stream that we have right under here, coming back up, popping on over, and then joining the watermelon and the pumpkin coming through. And then I do not have it all the way set up right now, but it just comes to this chest, and as you can tell, we have all 3 out of the 4 things that we are farming so far in the collection system. So this is very good. We're funneling all of the items that we are farming throughout our temple to the single point, and that's kind of the goal for this this temple, is to have all the items be made in there, pop out here, flow around to our storage system on the other side. So I don't know if I need to trade with them once they turn into the villager that I want them to, or the worker that I want them to, such as like a librarian. But I guess we'll see. At the end of the day, we're trying to get a bunch of, well, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so randomly they will just change, right? So now I gotta go over here and see what he is. He won't even let me open up. Okay. Either way, they change randomly. I think my game is frozen for a second. Okay. So as you guys could tell, they change randomly. I do not know why, but I think we need to lock in some trades with them so that we can have a better idea of why. For some reason, they're not letting me open. Okay, that's not too bad. This is not the guy that we were looking at. I was even thinking about maybe throwing some more farms over here if we wanted to farm more items. So this is another idea that I had for decorating the inside of the Guardian Temple, is just put a big diamond block in the middle of this. I was thinking about doing this initially with gold, but gold kind of looks a little dirty, and I think the diamonds just look better than gold, so we're going to keep it as diamonds, even though this is going to cost us a lot more. There we go. Then bring them over here to our other villagers. Alright, in just under an hour we were able to pick up 37 diamonds, so we're going to see with Fortune 3 how much we can get. And now we have a total of a stack and 20 diamonds. Let's see how many blocks we got from that. 9 blocks, not terrible. Yeah, so this might be doable. Obviously it took us a little bit of time to get these, but what is the exact amount of grass that you need per sheep to have in a pen? One of the reasons I stopped breeding all of these sheep right here is because I thought that maybe they did not have enough grass to eat and graze upon to get their fur, and then obviously to get us the wool. I believe that, let's say you have a 9x9 and then you have 20 sheep in that 9x9, you don't have enough grass to grow to feed the sheep and have them produce at like a high rate. I need to figure out how much we have in this little area, but I'm pretty sure that the ratio that I'm sitting at currently is probably at the top that it can be, if not a little bit less or a little bit more, right around that little area. So my question is, what is the most efficient ratio between sheep and grass to get the max output of wool? 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, it looks like we have 13. 9, 10, 11. 11 blocks going this way. So that'd be the width is 11, oh, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 16 by 11. So we have 176 blocks right here per 13. So each of them roughly have 13 of their own blocks to choose between while grazing. So I don't know the exact most efficient ratio that there is in the game, but I think we might as well try to find it. Obviously having one sheep sit on one block isn't all that efficient. I do believe that having them graze upon a lot of blocks helps them find more blocks to eat. But yeah, currently we have 176 blocks in this area and 13 sheep. 3 stacks of wool right now, so doing pretty well. Day 249. Alright, I went a little crazy with all the glass in this area, but the idea is basically for us to be able to see the farms and then also see the villagers running over to the other villagers and trading them for all the items that we were hoping to farm. This isn't really symmetric whatsoever. Obviously the wheat farm extends out a little bit more than this farm, but my idea for that was, you know, obviously we can use this side more than we can use this side, because this side is going to connect us to our sorting system back here. So what I'm kind of thinking is, since we'll have some windows and glass right here and we'll be able to see over here, we might as well pick up the items in the middle, pop them out through the center, move them over here, pop them up, and then kind of have the same little cool effect of seeing them jump up as they do right here. If you really want to see the thought process in play, you know, come join the live stream. I'll have that link up on the screen right now. Another thing on the screen right now is this chest. So obviously we are trying to farm 4 items in the first little area that we made. What we haven't done is connect the wheat in the potato farm into our little sorting system. So the carrots are really what I'm looking to get the most of, considering that usually I would like to have, you know, the golden carrot to be our main food source. But it really doesn't matter as long as we have multiple food sources coming in. I think we won't go hungry, so pretty good. Alright, so one of the problems that we have right now is all of our watermelon just being watermelon slices. We would like to get them and store them as the watermelon block. I was thinking all the items would flow down this way, and then right here we would have like an item sorter, then having all the other items flowing from this direction kind of hit a wall and then start flowing this way, and then that way we can put them in all of their respected little areas. What I'm going to put behind it is a compactor. So basically a compactor does exactly what it sounds like it does. It compacts the items that we are trying to sort. So the only thing that we need to figure out with this compactor is just the direction in which it's going to face. And I believe this way is probably going to be our best bet. And just like that, we have set up our compactor. So if we come right over here, I'm going to start naming all these sticks a different name. So these will be called filters. And then basically, as we all know, the filters do exactly what the filter name is sounding like it does, and they filter out the items. So pretty self-explanatory. I have switched up our idea a little bit. Basically, I'm going to have all the items flow over this block, and then from that, what they'll do, ooh, I need to lock it. Oh no, I thought it was that easy. How did I take damage on that? Like what? Did they say that I picked up enough speed by hitting my head against this, then it flew into the block? What? Okay, so we've changed things up a little bit down here. Now we finally have our filter here first. So this will filter out watermelon to all the other items that we are trying to store in this area. And then hopefully it'll send it into this crafter. The crafter will then have an output whenever this clock moves. At the back we have this sitting with 8, so basically that makes it a full block when it pops out. And yeah, now we're gonna see if it actually all works. So first off, we need to throw some filters in here. Okay, they sat, and then now the watermelon are going in. Perfect. But yeah, this is just a little simple item filter. I haven't done one of these in a little bit, so I had to look it up, and I've never done one of these compactors, so I definitely looked this one up. Now the next thing that we'll need to do is set up item filters throughout all of these. So one of our goals that we would like to complete in today's episode is going to all 4 corners of 10,000 by 10,000 on our world. One thing I need is packed ice. I didn't recognize that ice would melt with these lanterns, glowstone, and torches. I wasn't too surprised by the torches because it makes sense that they, let off a little bit of heat. I guess it makes sense that all light sources do, but I really wasn't thinking that these would, considering that we're underwater. But I guess it gives off just enough heat to make it water, and it can't be ice. Either way, what we're going to do is not shut that and go off on our way to negative, positive, negative, negative 10,000 by 10,000. By the time that we finish our journey, we will have enough packed ice to complete our sorter. Let's go. You're able to find packed ice. I think almost 4 stacks is enough. All we really need to do is just wrap it around the temple one time, so I'm not really planning on building any more. Little Caribbean island in the middle of nowhere. Wow. "100 days surviving on that island." Okay, seems like we are just at about 10,000, negative, positive. We are in the middle of a village, so this is actually pretty interesting. I haven't seen this one just yet, but I think what we're going to throw down here is some ice, and I hope that the ice won't melt. I don't think that it will, but yeah, 3 out of the 4 corners have been explored. Very cool for this one too, just to be in the middle of a village. I really do like that. Yeah, by the end of this, I will have traveled 120,000 blocks in our world in this episode alone, which is just insane. One thing that I'm very grateful for is to have that gunpowder farm. That way we are able to actually fund this entire trip with these rockets. Without that, we would not have been able to get this done. I hope that while it's raining, it's a great time to go get the bees. I think that this is just one single block. Hey, this is actually amazing. I like this a lot. This is a very wealthy village over here. They got some skyscrapers. I'm counting 4 tall buildings. Wow. I've actually never seen a village with this many tall buildings in it. There's usually only 1, but 4? Okay. This is what I was hoping to find initially for the packed ice, but obviously we do have a decent amount already. But it's good to know that this is here. I don't know exactly what type of biome this is called, but I'm pretty sure that we do now have polar bears in it. And it looks like negative 10,000 and negative 10,000 ends up in the middle of the ocean. Okay, so this is the block right here. But with that, we have now traveled to all 4 corners of our world. Obviously, it keeps going on forever, but I just wanted to go and try to see what was around and see what biomes we have, what other generation is in our world. Alright, I would say that was a pretty successful trip of re-upping some of our wood. So yeah, obviously the items are just stopping right there now. So what we'll need to do is go get our signs out. I'm going to put a sign right here. And then we're going to put another flow of water right there. If that could just keep moving for us. I do not know why it started lagging out. There we go, we just have to wait a little bit for it to flow. All good though, it's not going to stop us in our tracks. And I know I might be able to get it to go, you know, to that next, to like this block. I might be able to put the sign, but I believe that if we go this way, it's going to be a little bit quicker. My mic has been muted this entire time, so that's fantastic. Okay. So basically what I was just saying was we need to make sure that all of the items are flowing correctly. In this block over here, we should start to see pumpkins and watermelons, along with carrots and possibly potatoes. We haven't been able to see a single potato flow into this just yet, so it's all good if we don't have one just yet. I did make that second farm to get them up here, so yeah, now we're just kind of waiting for all the items to flow in. So it did pick up a decent amount of that. Okay, so we should start to see them start flowing out on this end. Alright, so it took all the watermelon, but then it didn't really do anything with it. Ah, that makes a ton of sense actually. Okay. There we go. Okay, so now it's gonna all pop out. Yep, just classic, this one item in there. There we go, we got a full watermelon block, and we got a second one. Yeah, perfect. Okay, it looks like it's working now, so no worries on that end. Now, what I would like to do is connect up the wheat and the other potato farm. So what I want to do for this one is both of these villagers that are farmers, I want them to throw to these two in the middle, like how we did the farms over there. Basically the exact same like game mechanic. And then from there, I'm going to have the droppers kind of spit them out into a water stream. That's just going to go down the middle, and then it's going to take a left right here. And then it's going to pop over here, and it's going to pop up. All of that I want underground so we can keep running around over there. But over here, I want it to pop up and then follow along this water stream right here. So we're going to connect these two up at this point, and then everything should be connected and keep moving all the way around to where we need it to go in the end, right over here. So that's the idea for all of our farms and just the sorting of the items. Maybe, you know, once we get a little bit more going, we can set up like a chest with all the proper trades over here. But I'm really not even too worried about this trading hall just yet, because they keep changing jobs on me. So Okay, so currently I'm under our wheat and potato farms, and just set up our little collection system down here. So basically our villagers are going to be standing on these wooden blocks. Right in front of it there's a minecart with a hopper in it, with a hopper under it leading into these droppers, and these droppers are getting powered by the same little clock that I made in the other areas of our base. I know that we could have probably done something a little bit different, maybe a little bit smaller, with some hoppers and counting the items in them. But honestly, this is very simple, and I'm able to do this without looking anything up. So to keep it more authentic and unique to my style of playing, I think that this is very cool. I'm happy that I'm able to, have this work, and everything flows just fine. If we come up right here, all I really need to do to finish up this farm is put these guys right into place. So as we all know, that's a blast. So I'm going to try to do that right now. Let's go. It seems to be working. I'm so happy to see that. Oh my god, we are finally farming potatoes on day 263. That is fantastic. And it looks like everything is flowing in, and we are getting bread. I was worried that we were not, but this is perfect. We needed the bread. That means that everything on that side is working perfectly. So I'm very happy to see this. Now our next thing to do is just to sort all of them into these chests. But to finish this off, we just need to get this water flowing all the way down over here. So, okay, there we go. I'm very happy to have this done and complete on day 265. It has taken us a little bit longer to transform the monument than I would have liked, but at the end of the day, I'm just happy to have it done. That is not what I meant to do. So, I want to see how far we can get with this guy. I know that they'll probably not be too happy that I'm only going to be trading on this and not really buying anything, but it's all good. And as you guys can tell, he's not really too happy with the trades. He actually upped the prices. That's actually insane. I've never seen the upped prices. It's like I hit them. I'm surprised by that because I actually went out and bought what they were selling. I gotta say, our house does look great with that sun just setting behind it, right on the island. As you guys can tell, I have been trying to add some clouds to the bottom, but I've been trying to make them round, and I'm thinking that's kind of been messing me up. So I think what we'll try to do is make these clouds a little bit more blocky, a little bit more square, and obviously we're playing Minecraft, so I think that'll fit in just fine. So we're gonna work on a second cloud because that cloud doesn't look too bad. It does look like it could use a little bit of help right here, but I think what I was trying to get at was multiple clouds, not just one solid cloud, but like multiple clouds kind of spotted around and then under, obviously, just to kind of make it look like it's being held up by the clouds. So that's the whole idea with this build. I think it's funny that it's taking me even 68 days to get this build going, because my idea with the water temple was a little ambitious, and same with this one too. I think it's hilarious that I thought that I initially thought that I could get that done in just 100 days along with a wither farm. Like, wow. I think making them look a little bit more blocky does look better in my opinion. So we're gonna go for it. So if we kind of go away from our base, this is how it's looking right now. I do like the corner right there. Like, I think that looks decent with the cloud. It's like Minecraft cloud. Over here it does look a little bit more natural. But even it's just protruding out just barely. I think that's solid. And then we just kind of have to wrap these around the entire, you know, perimeter. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That looks pretty good. So it's coming along. I'm trying to make these boxes of clouds, and I think it's looking pretty decent so far. So we have 5 currently. Should put up another 15, I would say, just to make it look puffy and just huge. You know, don't want to make this a little build. I want to make this a huge build. I want you to be able to see it from miles away, which you currently are able to see the island, but I want us to have the clouds to you know, work with that too. Alright, so as you guys just watched, I reassembled our item sorter. Now our items are able to be tileably stacked into a filter. So now I'm able to have 2 items getting sorted right next to each other without it affecting the other line, which it was doing with the previous setup, and all I did was just add an extra redstone. With that, I would say our item sorter is pretty much done. Before we forget, I want to open up our book and quill that we have here. On this 4th page, we have all of our goals for this 3rd episode of 100 days. One of the things that we have completed was this explore 10,000 plus blocks in each direction. As you guys recall, I've gone to all 4 corners of 10,000 by 10,000, ranging from pos negative, neg pos, neg neg. And you know, it was pretty fun to do. We found a lot of cool places, my favorite one being the Mushroom Island. So we forgot to check it off on our list, and as you guys remember, it's just putting a dash through that line. We are on our way to completing the transformation of the Ocean Monument, and we are so close to completing the Shepherd's Mill. you want 3 sheep in a 5x4 pen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so this is 20 blocks of grass. Now all we need is 2 sheep to walk on over here. And one of the parameters that I had set for ChatGPT was that I was going to shear the sheep every 2 seconds. Now obviously that is contingent on the fact that they have wool and I'm able to shear them. If they don't have wool, I'm not able to shear them. But okay, it looks like we have 3, don't be 4. Okay, one's leaving, one's pulling up. Cool. And there we go. Alright, it's day 288, and I've kind of come to the realization that this project is at a standstill, considering that all the farms have been built. So one last tour, we have our pumpkin and watermelon farm right here, we have our carrots over here, potato, and our wheat farm over here. As you guys can tell, these guys have stopped throwing their items to the other villager. And this has really put like a damper on everything because I really thought that the farm was working. It must have been working a little bit too well, or someone's inventory is full because this is not like normal. As you can tell, I'm running around picking them up and they stopped throwing them at the villager over here. This might be just, you know, Bedrock being Bedrock. I know that the nickname for Bedrock is Bug Rock, but, you know, I've been really trying to advocate for them this entire series. Obviously, I've played 300 days in it. Have been learning a lot, you know, like our item sorter over there, you know, the RedStone worked. So I'm just kind of curious on why this isn't working all the time. Like, could it be this block right above his head? You know, possibly. Should I put him in the minecart and then another minecart on top of him? Like, I don't know. But as we, you know, referenced almost 58 days ago in my Java world, this works all the time in the Java world, and there's no kinks about it. There's no like, oh, I need to run in and pick them all up, because he should just come over here and then throw the potatoes, and then they're going to get picked up, and then they're going to start shooting over here. And that should happen all the time. I don't really see why it doesn't happen. They're called smokers. So it's just a furnace with that. Okay. Let's see if we can do this. Oh, that's probably 5 times faster. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, I should have used these 280 days ago. But there is one thing that I would like to get done in this temple that we could get done right now. And that's just completing the top of our base right over here. So first off, I want to take off all of these. I put these up initially to obviously stop the water from flowing in. But now our goal is just to replace all these blocks to be, what are these called? Prismarine bricks. So yeah, just got to go like this all the way around. And, you know, part of me wants to build something just a little bit more on top of this. Considering that it is just like a Mario and Luigi tube, Super Mario Bros. Tube. So I really don't know where I'm going with this now. I think I'm just kind of making like a net or like a crown or something along those lines that's probably just gonna funnel down. But yeah, this is where we are at. I think I do not have enough of those to do anything in the middle. Okay, and I think we got 4 blocks. I have 17. Looks good to me. If my math works out, I think we will have 1 of these blocks left after I finish this row. Wow, look at that. Alright. So, I think this will look just a little bit better than what we had going on before this. I do need to... I gotta break all this. Alright, this does look better. It doesn't look great, but it definitely looks better. I think we can kind of build up this a little bit. So instead of just ending it there. Okay, one thing that I'm thinking is kind of giving this a tail and like making it that fish that swim around all the time, like those guys right there. So I'm just gonna build it up a little bit more than expected. Alright. It could look decent. I mean, that kind of looks like that fish. A little bit. I think, you know, maybe putting on the tail and then even some, does it have? I guess it has a bunch of just orange shit going around it. And there's one big eye in the middle, really. So it's like a cyclops? How low is that eye? Okay, let's see how this looks now. Doesn't look too great, but it definitely symbolizes the fish around. You would definitely know what type of fish this would be. I think I just need to kind of finish up this tail. The tail does look pretty great, I gotta say. Looking at it from the side, if you look at it from this side, it's not too good. But let's see if I'm over here, possibly. Yeah, I mean, that's obviously the fish from the side view. Then we got the eye right there. So basically this fish has like a red eye, some orange shit going around it. I'm thinking just getting some orange wool. So there we go, there's that. And just like that, we have 12 orange. Okay, that did not go how I thought it might. It's going. It's moving. It's moving. Okay, yep, this is going how I wanted it. And with that, our fish has been completed. So that's the eye on front, and then on the back side we have its tail with a few, you know, flippers on the side. I'm pretty sure they don't have them, but, you know, I decided to put them there. But how does that tail look? I think it looks great. The tail is supposed to be off-centered because it is swimming. Duh. But yeah, right here is our exit and our entrance to our temple. So I think, you know, even though it took us a day, I think it's a time well spent, and now we can kind of complete the rest of what we would like to get done. So, you know, this is not terrible. I think right here, that looks sort of natural, honestly, to have just a little bit of a gap. But we might be able to round out like this area a little bit more to kind of build this out, build that down, especially right here, and then we probably build this out a little bit more too. Alright, so I got just about 9 stacks of white wool, and now I think that will be enough for us to finish our clouds under our base. So what I started throwing on under our clouds was just like a little bit more round parts, because on the bottom of our clouds it was very flat. So as you guys can tell, we added those little parts. I was doing that a little earlier over here. As you guys can tell, you see like this U shape, this L shape, couple L's right here, then like this hat. On day 295, I believe that we have finally completed throwing all the clouds down underneath our sky island. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fly away and show you guys what we have. So there it is. That is the cloud island now, or our island being supported by clouds. I'm going to show it from all angles, but I think it came out pretty well. It's pretty fluffy. I think it took up probably like 20 stacks of white wool, and I tried to round them out, so I think it does look pretty solid from underneath on all angles. My mic was muted that entire time, but we completed the shepherd's mill, so now all we need to do is just complete our ocean monument. Alright, so I just want to show the flow of our temple now as it stands on day 298. So we're going to start right here in the center room where we're going to have our diamond glass ball kind of sit here in the middle. You know, we do have a lot of diamonds, and I am thinking of making it kind of this 2x2x2x2, because this kind of seems like a little bit too much and a little bit too rich for us right now. As for the rest of our temple, we have a lot more that we need to complete. As we turn the corner around here and come over to this side of our farms, we can tell that they are still not working, so we need to kind of figure out what the issue is with this, meaning that we need to dive more deeply into villagers and how they act on Bedrock, especially farming and interacting with the other villagers. As for our redstone down here at the bottom, I think this is all working just fine. It's still clicking away, so that's pretty cool. I really am happy with this little design that I've made today. As you can tell later on, well, as you can tell already, we've used that design quite a few times. So wrapping around this corner, we're going to come to our front entrance, which has changed a little bit. Instead of a ladder, we now have this water elevator, and if we ride this water elevator all the way to the top, we'll get to our nether portal. So one of the cool features of this water elevator is that this left side comes all the way to the top, and then the right side stops right in the middle. So if we come down here, we can't go down any further while clicking shift. And as you guys can tell, this level is pretty large. You know, we really just took out 2, maybe 3 rooms and destroyed everything, making this level clear. And you know, the reason for doing that is because we had a lot of empty rooms kind of just sitting here, and you know, I kind of thought to myself like, hey, let's not put that there, but I thought, you know, we might as well open this up. So now we have a lot of room, and we have a lot of room to do a lot more than what I thought we could have done initially. Initially I was thinking this is only going to be a villager place, villager breeder, all of that, blah, blah, blah. But the villagers aren't really working out too well, as you can tell from these guys down here. So I'm tentative to put another villager up here, trying to do the same thing that all the 3 other villagers couldn't do. But over here, we can, utilize the space to do something. And I was thinking like, either we could set up some sugarcane farms, some bamboo farms, something along those lines right here. But if we come all the way up here, now we're on the level where the villagers breed. And we can kind of come over here to this side where we have our little bench. So we'll just take this elevator all the way right back up. And now we're kind of stuck at the top where we can either fly out of our, fish that we made, or come to this corner and drop all the way back down, which leads us into the center room, into our storage room, and all of that. If we want to get over to our villager trading hall, which is not set up by any means, once again, the villagers don't keep their jobs, we just have to come over this way. Down in the comments section, what you guys think we should do with this area. I really like our elevator right over here, how there's different levels and you don't need to take it all the way straight up. You can take it to the different floors. I like kind of our bedroom over here. I think this is kind of a nice little area. I can definitely fill this out with a few things. But this entire space, what do you guys think we should do? I don't know how I almost forgot the best part of the entire temple is this llama in the minecart clicking away. This is what we use to get the potatoes that we don't have and the carrots that come through periodically into our water stream. I think one thing that we'll do at the beginning of next episode is probably add on to that creeper farm to double it in size, and we might quadruple it in size, honestly. I think another thing that we'll need to do in our next episode is definitely kind of upgrade our tools, all of our items. We need to get like rich in items. We don't really have a lot. So yeah, I think what I'll do is, since I'm sitting here waiting for these creepers to spawn and jump down, is we'll go into our goals. Let's see, Nether Hub, complete temple. I think the storage system is, rather good. We don't really need to do too much with that, but the second floor is definitely just wide open. There's really nothing happening, just like our creeper farm, where I was able to write down 4 goals for next episode and not a single creeper fell. So as we sit here on the night of 299, I think it is time to wrap up the episode. If you guys have enjoyed this 3rd episode of surviving 300 days in Minecraft Bedrock Hardcore, please leave a like and subscribe. I'm looking forward to recording our next episode, and what I have been doing in this episode, if you guys haven't checked it out yet, is live streaming. So sometimes while I'm recording, I will live stream my recordings, and I will have the live stream posted on my YouTube channel. Either way, we have a lot of goals to get to. We completed 2 out of the 3 goals that we have set out to complete in this episode. We were so close to completing that final one, but we still just have to do a few little things to make it just perfect. I want to not half-ass everything, so we need to make this water temple look pretty cool, and we will complete that within the next 100 days. On top of that, I'm looking forward to doing possibly a nether hub, or even starting work on that one place. If you guys know, you know. We found it on our episode today. So without further ado, I appreciate everybody who has watched this episode, and I will see you guys in the next episode. I think I'm about to make it to day 300 before I get to a stack of gunpowder. Yeah, it's looking like it.